in the game.
Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Looking for blockers. Slips through the line. He returns it almost to the 35. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Solid work on that one. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. There he goes. Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking to pass. It's Batir. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Moss. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it, 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own.
Breaks into the open. Fighting off the defender. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
They'll run it from the gun. Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Quick completion on the out route. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, looking to throw. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run.
Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here we go. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Gonna run it. It's up. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. inside his own 5. Rams in with the stiff arm. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Oh, the fumble on the defense got it. Touchdown Sooners. The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The run to the right. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air, it's Reed. Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going right to work up top. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged in the middle, it's Burks. They get him down at the 36, it will be a 1st down. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Sategna. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. great execution by this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the tailback. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. This from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He'll pull it down and run. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Aggies want to pick up the tempo.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. A&M comes back out with another first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
He's moving out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Moss. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he could hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Takes it from the gun on third down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a third down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
He'll throw it. Complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Makes the grab, it's Lewis. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they've built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Craver. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Throwing on the run. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down.
22 water.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, you know, and then the second one, you know, usually he takes me out of the game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
The give out of the gun. Got the 1st down and more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the counter. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. They'll run it. Touchdown, Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Reed. Moving away from pressure. Creates a little space. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. The throw Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are.